Ready, test, test. Okay, so good morning. Today is November 5th of 2024. Okay, quick disclaimer before we start. So I just want to let you know that in these live streams, nothing is financial advice. It is all for educational purposes. All right, so I do not recommend that you take any of these trades that I am taking in the live streams. Okay, it is all for educational purposes. Alrighty, so on the hour, we currently have a 2-1X set up here. It's about to close in 40 seconds. Okay, so we could get a 2-1-2 down, which drives us lower. Okay. That's going to be in about 30 seconds there. We can already see markets starting to turn around right at the end of the hour. Just hopefully we don't take out this low there. So the previous hour's low. So that way we can still get stuck inside and have that 2-1-2 formation form. Okay, well, we didn't get the 2-1-2 scenario, so we ended up getting a lower low on the hour there. Okay, so that's the new hour that's opened up. Okay, and another 2 down. Okay, so hour, day, week are red. The month is currently in conflict, but that could definitely flip, especially if we get below Monday's low. So if we look at our trading sessions, if we get below this open here, okay, so this level of, let's see what it is. Okay, so 20,071, if we get below that, then that would flip the monthly red. So we would have full time frame continuity to the downside. You can already see the market starting to rip a lot lower right on that new open. Okay, so that's a 3-2 down scenario on the 30. Okay, we have that 2-1 or the 2 up, 2 down scenario on the 15 driving us lower. Okay, the 2 up, 2 down there on the hour, still continuously driving us lower. So on this 12-hour, we did end up taking out the 12-hour high. Okay, and we are coming back into the range now. So if this does want to go outside, so fail 2 going outside 3, we could come all the way back down to the Swans low. All right, and that is roughly 70 points there. And then that could help us take out previous day's low, which is that yellow line there. And if that happens, we should take out the previous week's low. And hopefully the week can trigger the month eventually. Very nice sell off here on the new hour. So we did see a 2-1-2 scenario to the downside, okay, driving us much lower. We do have that 2-1-2 scenario there on S&P. So you can see we got stuck inside on the previous hour. And now we're starting to see lower lows, lower highs. So it's a 2 down there. Yeah, so if we could take our previous day's low today, that should eventually trigger the week's low. Okay, so we should get that 3-2 down on the week, and then hopefully this week we trigger the month's low. So this is previous month's low right there, that pinkish red line right there. That blue line is previous week's low. So if the weekly low gets broken, we should sell off all the way to the monthly low. Okay, and then we should get that 2 up, 2 down there on the month. So if we go to the month, okay, we had a 2 up, and then we would get a 2 down if we end up breaking that low. Okay, so the week could definitely trigger the month, okay, which could trigger even more downside. Today is election day, so things could be a little bit slow up until we get the results from that. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised to see that, so I wouldn't be surprised to see us create an inside day. Okay, so similar to what we saw last Friday, right, where it doesn't take out the high or the low of the previous range, okay, and gets stuck inside. I wouldn't be surprised to see that scenario happen today. As of right now, this 12-hour does look good to flip to an outside candle. Okay, so it took out the high, came back into the range, flipped red. Okay, now we're looking to take out that low. So whether we get some kind of continuational setup lower at the open, okay, or on the next hour, so roughly around 10 o'clock. So a 3-2 down scenario is still occurring. Okay, hasn't flipped green. Just need to be careful on the next 30, so right around open, that this doesn't form a 3-2 down, 2 up to come and take out the highs one more time. I would have really liked that 2-1-2 scenario there on the hour to confirm lower prices. But just at the last second, that 8 o'clock candle put in a new low. So it's a 2 down scenario, another 2 down scenario on the current hour. Could go inside 5 here, giving us a possible 2-1x scenario, whether we reverse or take out the low one more time. This could drive us lower. So that's a 2-1x scenario here. So let's see if we reverse or get that continuation lower. We got about 20 minutes left until market opens. So that's a 2-1, 2 up scenario here on the 5. Okay, so just having a look at the dollar really quick. Okay, so this current week, all right, we are starting to push a little bit lower. So we have that 2 up, 2 down scenario, which could drive us back to this range over here. Okay, because we did hit our monthly targets that we mentioned in the past live streams. So this could be the turning point for the dollar, driving us lower. Okay. If we do end up breaking back above the previous month's high, I would expect continuation to the upside, possibly hitting this monthly magnitude over here. Okay. Because all of these candles are just stuck inside this range here. Okay. So I'm sure if we go to the quarter, okay, you can see we're still stuck inside on the quarter. Okay. And all of that price action is stuck within this range here. All right, so we are 2 down but green on the 15. Okay, we did get that 2-1-2 scenario back to the upside. All right. So if this candle closes on the 15 and it closes green, we could end up trending back to the high of this red candle here. Okay. We still have about 16 minutes left on the 30. So we don't know if that 30 is going to give us the 3-2-2 scenario back to the highs. But this could be an early stage for us to see all the way back up to here. So we did get that 2-1-2 scenario back to the highs here. Okay. And you'd be risking at least up to that high. So it's about a 30-point scalp. And at the open, obviously this 30-minute candle is going to close and the next one's going to open up. Okay, so off the open's volatility, this can definitely drive us back to the highs. Alrighty, so this morning at 9:45 we have S&P Services PMI. And then at 10 o'clock we also have the ISM Services PMI as well. Okay, and then obviously today is the election day. All right, so that's a 2 down, 2 up there on the 15. So this could drive prices a lot higher to take out the high of that red candle there on the 15. Okay, we already got the confirmation there on the 5. Okay, so that's a 2-1-2 back to the upside to take out the highs of this. Okay, it's still an early stage of 3, 2 down, 2 up. Okay, so if we pull out the CRT indicator, which you can find on my profile page, right, it's signaling upside, right? Because we got that close back into the range, starting to see higher. We should take out this high right there. Same thing on the 30. If we put on the CRT indicator, you can see it's still premature because the candle's still trading, right? But it is signaling upside. So the 15-minute time frame is still confirming the 5-minute. So you can see 2 down, 2 up, right? And that happened right after we got that 2-1-2 scenario on the 5. We have about 10 minutes left on that 30. 10 minutes left until market open. We also got the 2 down, 2 up there on S&P. So we look at S&P 500 on the 15. Okay, you can see we got that 2 down, 2 up there. Okay, we didn't get stuck inside on the 5 like NASDAQ did. Still 2 down, 2 up there on the 5. Okay, same thing there on the 30. Okay, so right now we're 2 down but green. So if the next 30 wants to open up and then takes out the high of this current 30, we should at least draw to the high at 8:30 there. Okay, still 2-1, 2 down on the hour, but we're 2 down in green. So depending on where this hourly candle is close to the close, we could possibly see a 1-2-2 reversal scenario taking us all the way back to the highs. Okay, but if this ends up closing red, this is just continuation still lower. And we shouldn't really come and take out the high of this current hourly. But I'll gauge and see what the hourly looks like roughly around the close, so at 10 o'clock. Because at 10 o'clock we still have that news as well. So if we can get a nice hourly reversal signal or continuational signal at 10, then that'll be a good time to enter a position or add into this current position. If we start getting nice sell-offs here at the open, I'm going to have to favor the downside just because of the 12-hour formation. So we ended up taking the highs of the previous 12-hour, coming back into the range. So 12-hour could end up flipping outside. Okay, so we got a fail 2 up, going 3 down. A lot of chop here from S&P 500. Not too much to be working with. This is the highs, that's the lows. We have our previous week's low there. Yeah, so S&P did put in a 2 down on the week, but we're still currently 2 down in green. S&P as well took out the 12-hour high, coming back into range, so this could go outside. Two, 1, 2 down. If this can get a continuational move lower, we should end up taking out this low. If we do get the 1, 2, 2 reversal back to the highs, then this is probably invalid. And we're just going to continue on this 2 up here. Take us possibly back to previous day's high, which is this level. So curious to see what happens at 10. First, I want to see what happens on this next 30. So we got about 6 minutes left. It's looking like we want to come back to the highs here because this 15 is very clean. So 2 down, 2 up there should take out the highs of this 845 candle right here. Yeah, so roughly off the 5 minute, that's about 35 points. Off the 15-minute entry, it's about 23 points. So just a quick scalp. I'm curious to know if this hourly goes outside. That'd be really interesting. So that's another 2 up there on the 5. Yeah, we should end up hitting that magnitude. So 2 minutes left until the 30, the 15, and the 5 minute. So it's looking like that 3, 2 down, 2 up scenario should form. And we should end up taking out the highs of even this here. So looking at the 30-minute time frame, that red candle here at 8:30 should end up taking out these highs, right, which is our New York highs. So it's about 40 points from that 5-minute entry, and roughly, say 30 points there on that 15-minute. Yeah, so the 5 definitely triggered the 15, which is going to trigger the 30. Okay. And then the 30 could possibly trigger the hour, depending on where we are in about 30 minutes. And if this candle doesn't go outside on us, because we still have 30 minutes of trading, right? If we do end up taking out that 30-minute high, we'd be going outside on the hour. So 2 down, failed going 3. Okay, so we have about 50 seconds left until markets open. About a 40-point RTH gap heading into the market open as well. It's RTH gap to the downside. Okay, so about 5 seconds here. So markets are open. All right, so again, we got a 2 up there on the 30, so that should confirm the upside here. Got a 2 up there on the 15, 2 up there on the 5. Okay, so that 15 magnitude definitely hit. We should hit the highs of the 30. Okay, so that's the highs of the 30 there. So if you want, you can leave some runners. Okay, but that's good. We just went outside there on the hour. Okay. Very strong move. Nice reversal. So that went from a quick scalp because it was on the 5-minute time frame to a solid trade because it ended up triggering the higher time frames there. All right, so that 2-1-2 there on the 5 ended up triggering the 2 down, 2 up on the 15, right, which triggered the 3-2-2 there on the 30, right, and created that outside on the hour. It was a very nice move. Right back to the highs. So looking at the 12-hour time frame, right, this could just be that 2 up respecting back to the highs to take out previous day high right here. Right. And if we do take out previous day's high, that is very strong back to the upside because we are coming off of the 1. So it's 1, 2, 2 rev back to the highs. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if we just displace right back to these highs there. All right. We are at the bottom of this try. So if we do end up seeing this reversal signal, I wouldn't be surprised to at least come back into this volume imbalance that I mentioned yesterday and possibly even back to our weekly highs at this level. Right, which should trigger the month as well, because our weekly highs and our monthly highs are in the same position. Beautiful outside candle there on the hour. Yeah, this is just beaming. Nice move, very strong move. Right, it's about 80 points now. Very nice. It's about 80-point move. We're about 40 points away from taking previous day's high. And then if that happens, we should rip much higher. Nice. So catching peak bottom on that move there. Move your stops to break even. You can move your stops even to profit, right? Because we got that 322 there on the 30. So right down here, sorry. Because we got that 322 there on the 30, you can move your stop below that 30-minute candle, right? So the one that we're currently trading on. Or if you want to be a little bit riskier, you could move your stop to that 15-minute low, right? So at 9:15 or 50% of that candle. It's a very strong move back to the upside. Just off that 15-minute candle, right? You're up 70 points. On the 5, you're up 80, 90 points. It's a very clean trade back to the highs. So although we have an RTH gap, right? So you can see a little bit of a gap there. Okay. But direction is still indicating back to the highs. Took out a nice liquidity level over here as well. Right. So swept sell side, came to take out buy side one more time. Right, so buy side, back to sell side, back to buy side, right? It's just your double purge setup. It's very strong, very, very strong move. I wouldn't expect this to turn around anytime soon, especially looking at the hourly going failed 2 down to the outside up. Right. So algorithms are on. Right at 9:30, the algorithms are on. Right, so you got that 3-2-2 scenario. You got the outside there on the hour. Right, you got the 2 down, 2 up there on the 15. You got that 2-1-2 on the 5. Right, so algorithms are on, and they're saying upside. Very strong move. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just beam all the way up to previous day's high now. All right, so looking here on the 5. So first, obviously, yesterday's high, right, at New York session at least. So first we get to that level, and then previous day's high. So first this high, and then previous day's high up there. Very, very strong move. Yeah, so we are just looking at the 12-hour here. Okay, so we are getting a 2-1-2 reversal. Okay, so we should at least take out this high right now. At least this high, right? Which is, again, that New York high right there. But if we take out this high, I wouldn't be surprised if it does trigger the day as well. So very strong move. And then coming into 10 o'clock as well, because now we have that 3 candle, it could give us a 3-2 up formation, giving us a nice continuational run higher. Again, no need to be fighting this strength to the upside. Just be riding the wave back to the highs. Could be adding into your position. Could be scaling out if you'd like. So we do have full time frame continuity back to the upside. All right, so this is very, very strong and in our favor. It's a very good move, about 90 points. Should go over 100 points now. Right, so from that low up to this high, that's about 124 points. Boom, we just hit 100 points there. Solid trade. It's amazing. About 5 minutes into the stream, and we're able to catch a nice play to the upside. It's very good. It's just gonna beam. Especially coming into the new hour here. Alright, so that's a 12-hour high hit. Alright, so the 12-hour magnitude has delivered. Should at least get up to previous day's high now, right? Which will put a 2 down, 2 up scenario. Rev strat could come all the way back up to this high here. Okay, so from where we are back to the highs, it's about 200 points. Could definitely see that today. I would not be surprised. Today or tomorrow. Yeah, like nothing is stopping this right now. So if you caught that, congratulations. It's a very strong move. Again, for disclaimer reasons, I don't recommend taking these trades. This is not financial advice. It's all just for educational purposes, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Yep, so I'm sure your favorite market gurus are telling you not to trade this week. I have to kind of disagree. So there's going to be a lot of volatility this week, which means a lot of opportunity. But with great volatility comes great responsibility. So you need to be aware and have proper risk management parameters in place if you're going to be trading these conditions. Okay. So having tight stop losses, lower sizes. Okay. I'm only trading with half of what I'm used to trading with. So I'm only trading 3 contracts, whereas I usually trade 5 to 7. So it's good. Should take us right back to these highs. That's over 120 points right there, caught on stream. Very strong move. We have about 5 minutes left until our first economic report, which is the S&P Services PMI. And again, at 10 o'clock, we have the ISM Services PMI. So 3 minutes on the 15, 3 minutes on the 5. 18 left on the 30 and the hour. So there's definitely going to be some profit taking here on the 5 minute. I wouldn't be surprised to see a possible reversal signal, right? But as of right now, so the hourly is still indicating upside, 30 is indicating upside, 15, right? The 5 is the only thing currently in conflict. So if we do get a 2 up, 2 down there on the 5, I wouldn't be worried until this hourly gets flipped or we see some kind of reversal signal on the hour or the 30, right? But I do expect some kind of profit taking up at this level. All right, and then again, a continuational move to take out previous day's high. So we might see some kind of consolidation at these highs, right? Or just a little rejection, but we should end up taking out that previous day high. I wouldn't expect us to kind of reverse coming all the way back to these lows, but we very much can. Just until I see some kind of reversal signal, I'm still favoring back to the highs. So we have a 3 there on the 5, still 2 up on the 15. About 30 seconds left until those candles close. Could possibly create an inside candle on the next 15. But we'll see. So that's a new 15, that's a new 5 there. So full time frame continuity to the highs. So month green, week green, day green, hour green. Nothing indicating negation. So this is good. So 3-1 here on the 5. But still 4 minutes left of trading. So this could go 3-2 up. We'll just have to be a little bit patient. I wouldn't be surprised if this 5 minute goes inside, so a little bit of chop for the next 5 minutes. But let's just sit patient and watch price. So whenever we put in a 3, it's just a lot of price discovery. Because the buyers are willing to buy up and the sellers are willing to sell down. Right? So it's just kind of like an imbalance between buyers and sellers. We don't know who the real winner of that battle is. But like I said before, definitely some profit taking roughly at these highs. And then hopefully we see a continuation signal taking out previous day's high and a lot higher. That could definitely happen at 10. So we have about 14 minutes, 15 minutes left until 10 o'clock. Okay. And we could see that services did come out lower than expected, all right, which is bad. Okay. But expected was 55.3. Actual came out at 55. Okay. And expected for ISM services is 53.8. Previous is 54.9. Yeah, so still inside on this 5, kind of as expected. 2 minutes left for that candle to close. About 11 minutes left on that 15, 11 minutes on the 30, and 11 minutes on the hour. Usually the last minute of the 5-minute candle and the 15-minute candles, or just any candle in general, but more specifically the higher time frames. So the last 1 minute of trading on each of those time frames is usually the most volatile. So you can see we're heading into the last minute of trading. All right, and we just took out that high. Okay, same thing on the 15 there. So last minute of trading ended up taking out those highs. Okay, it's just I've noticed on that last minute of trading it gets a little bit more volatile. So for 4 minutes straight, it was just kind of inside chopping up, and then on that last minute of trading ended up taking out the highs. So good continuational run, taking out previous day's high right there. Okay, so we should be good to see higher. All right, at least taking out Monday's low, or sorry, Friday's low. I should say Friday's high, not low. So we should at least get up to here now. There's a very strong reversal there on the 5. All right. So over 124 points, back to the highs, 164 points. Solid trade. And even off that 15-minute signal, okay, we should be over 100 points now. Yep, so over 110 points. At the highs, it's 117 points. Yeah, so amazing trade. When your favorite traders will tell you not to be trading. Yeah, so S&P as well should take out previous day's high now. Very strong move back to the upside. Same kind of setup that we saw on NASDAQ, so a 2-1-2 reversal, right, on the 12-hour. Already took out the magnitude of that 12-hour. Should see the highs now. So just from that high to that high, it's about 17 points there on S&P, which is amazing. And if we take out previous day's high, it's about 19, 20 points there. Solid trade. Still inside day on S&P, but that should end up hitting, creating a 2 down, 2 up there. Should end up taking out this high. Yeah, I really see nothing stopping this, especially heading into the 10 o'clock hour. Okay, especially because we have news there. All right, so we have that 3, could go 3-2 up, taking out this high right there, which is Friday's high, and allowing algorithm to just splurge higher. Yep, so I got the alert. It's a 1-2-2 reversal there on the daily. So very strong reversal signal for us to come and take out much higher. So as I mentioned, obviously the first target is our magnitude, which is this level here, right? That dotted line. And if we can end up getting displacement above that, I wouldn't expect us, or I wouldn't be surprised to see us hit this volume imbalance there on the daily. Again, it is election day, so wouldn't be surprised as well if this just absolutely reversed on us and came back down. Just as of right now, that's not looking likely. But with the election, that can definitely bring the volatility it needs to come all the way back down. But as of right now, we don't need to worry about that. It's just still aiming higher. And I don't think we're going to get the results today. Like, I don't believe they come out today. So we'll probably get the results within a few days. Probably even like next week or over the weekend. All right, so we're going to have about 6 minutes left until that 10 o'clock candle. Already just splurging to the highs. This is awesome. Like, even if you got in on that 322, just on the 30, okay, like you're up over 100 points. So like, let's say you missed the 5, let's say you missed the 15, all right, and you got in on that 30, like you're still up over 100 points and you're chilling. Because like the moment it broke that high, like it takes off. Like algorithm is on. You're not in any drawdown there. Like from that open to the low, what? It only dropped 5 points and just beamed higher. So risking 5 points to come and take out 100 points, like that's a good risk reward. It's 4 minutes left on that hour. Should get that 3-2 up scenario, which just rips through these highs. That's if we don't already do that before then. But it should definitely do that at 10. So that daily signal is definitely telling us a lot higher. Like this is a very strong reversal signal. Yeah, so we could come all the way back up to that volume imbalance and a lot higher. All right, so that's that high taken out. So I believe that was Friday's high. Yep, that's Friday's high taken out. All right, even right before 10 o'clock. So at 10, this can just absolutely beam. What a trade. What a trade. It's almost up 200 points now. That's crazy. We were able to call peak bottom on that as well. So just a simple 5-minute scalp turning over 200 point trade. All right. First target was only 30-40 points and it turns in over 200 points. Right? Just because the higher time frames are also triggering. That's amazing. So getting in on lower time frame entries, right, but having targets on the higher time frame. So like a 5 triggers a 15, the 15 triggers a 30, the 30 triggers the hour triggers a day, all right, the day triggers the week triggers the month, and then boom, you have over 1,000 point trade right there. That's amazing. So at about 2 minutes left until 10 o'clock. Then I'll probably hop off shortly after that. A very good trading session today. Very good callouts. Nice price reading. So 2 for 2 on the week. Yesterday was amazing. We called out the short and the long. If you want to go check out that live stream, that's out on YouTube. Okay. There's a very clean hourly signal to the downside right in the morning, and then we just absolutely beamed right back to the highs. It was perfect. Called peak bottom on that as well. Okay, called peak bottom on this today. Very good. If you want to go replay that back, we even called out this scenario before it even formed. All right, so we were still stuck inside on that 5, and I already knew that there was going to be some kind of scenario, whether it be to the highs or be to the lows, off of this candle right here, which is that 910 candle on the 5-minute. Right, because it have that 2-1x scenario. Very solid trade. It's about 1 minute left. There's definitely going to be some profit taking at this high here. A new hour in about a minute. Just looking at the daily, the next target is going to be this high, which is into that volume imbalance. So from here to that high, it's about 200 points again. Honestly, would not be surprised if that happens today. For sure tomorrow. Like, we should be up here tomorrow. Again, I say for sure, but like, it is election day, so you never know. It's hard for me to gauge what the elections are going to do. All right, so that's a new hour. All right, so that's that 2 up there on the hour. All right, so that's that 3-2 up. Okay, so we should just splurge a lot higher. Maybe come back down, create a bottom wick on the hour, and then just splurge up. So that is perfect. Could be over 200 points now. Just about 197. Insane. Still full time frame continuity, obviously, to the upside, even just off this this new hour. So full time frame continuity. We look at S&P, full time frame continuity. Still have that 3-2 up there on S&P as well. So I believe S&P took out previous day's high now. Yes, it did. Okay, we should probably... Yeah, we could very much come into Friday's high on S&P as well. So from where we're at to that high, it's about 16 points. So even that right there, like, that's a good trade in itself. Again, another continuational move here on the 5. So you had that 3-2 up. Even just off of that, that's up 70 points. All right, so you literally could have gotten in anywhere. Could have gotten in on that 5 entry. Could have gotten in on that 5 continuation, right? You could have gotten in on the 15. You could have gotten in on the 30. A lot of entries here. A lot of opportunity. Like, just off the worst entry out of all of them is up 70 points. Yeah, 30 up 167. Just off this continuational move, it's up basically 80 points. Like, absolutely insane. Yeah, because that would be crazy if we can go 2 down, 2 up there next week. Come and take out the highs of this. Just these relative equal lows have been killing me on S&P 500. Like, I've just been waiting for them to sweep. but it's okay. Doesn't want to give just yet. But I'm really liking this reversal here on NASDAQ on the daily. Looks very good. Like, this can just rip. Very glad I was able to see the scenario last night. Because to be fair, when I was looking at the higher time frames last night, just going into the daily. Okay, because we're so close to previous week's low, I was expecting that to get hit, but seeing that Friday was an inside day and we got that 2 down, so it's a 1-2x scenario. So whether it gives us a 2 down continuation or we get that 2 up reversal signal, we ended up getting that 2 up reversal signal. So glad that was in the books to be looking out for. So it's very, very good. All right, 1-2-2 rev. Now we should end up taking out this high. That can happen today. That can happen tomorrow. Right. Still inside week. Like I wouldn't expect this to come all the way up to here this week in specific. But like we could, because if we get up to this volume imbalance, right, like we're not too far away from it now. Okay, to put in a 2 up on the week. But I don't know. As of right now, like that's kind of far away. It's about over 500 points. But it's definitely not impossible, that's for sure. Well, what did our economics come out as? So it did come out higher than expected. So our ISM services PMI came out at 56 and expected was at 53.8. So this one right here. Okay, so that's good news for the market. And again, that happened at 10 o'clock. Again, there's going to be a lot of profit taking here because we hit all of our targets. Okay, so we're probably just going to get in some kind of price discovery. Whether we chop up or just create a lot of outside candles, just waiting for a lot of price discovery. And then we get that continuational move higher or that reversal lower. Very, very good move today. So my viewers on YouTube, I just put in a poll in the live chat there. How's your day going? Is it green, red? Or are you just break even flat today? Yeah, like there's really nothing stopping this from seeing higher right now. Like this new hour just opened up. We have that 2 up there. So it's still indicating higher. Like unless we get a 3, 2 up, 2 down on the next hour, so around 11 o'clock, that would be the only thing that would make me favor downside. Especially because we already took out all of our targets. Right, but as of right now, at this moment of time, like there's nothing indicating downside. It's just all indicating upside. So there's definitely going to be some profit taking here. You can already see the price action slow down a little bit. So inside there on S&P, so 2-1x scenario here. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 2-1 down. Two one two down there on S&P. Yeah, so we should deliver a little bit lower now. Some profit taking here. Okay. That's going to be it from me today. So very, very good stream. I ended up calling out over 200 points. Okay. Again, entry was off of this 5-minute here. Okay, so right before the new hour at 9 o'clock. Okay, well, I should say on the hour. Had that 2-1-2 scenario here on the 5, bringing us back to the highs of this candle right here. Okay, which ended up triggering a 2 down, 2 up on the 15, right, to bring our targets a little bit higher on that candle. And then the 15 ended up triggering a 3, 2 down, 2 up, pushing us a lot higher, okay, which ended up forcing us to go outside on the hour here. Right, so failed 2 down, going 3 up, bringing us all the way back up to previous day's high. And then again, previous day's high, right, was right here, and we created that 1-2-2 reversal, and then now our magnitude is sitting all the way up here. Okay, so very, very strong day to the upside. Very good overall. But again, today is elections. I don't think we'll get the trading volume that everyone thinks we're going to get. I think that'll happen when the news actually comes out and we know who's president. And I don't think we're going to get that news today. So, I don't know. Still respecting the upside unless something changes on the hourly. Like we get a 3, 2 up, 2 down scenario at 11 o'clock. But as of right now, it's 2 up. So, still have to favor upside here. But yeah, that's going to be it from me today. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day and a good trading day. Alright, I'm out.